Good afternoon. I'm Ava McBlain, Senior Class President. Would you please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome to graduation, class of 2020. We made it. Please join me in welcoming Michael Mustachio to sing the Mills E. Godwin Alma Mater.
Godwin High, our alma mater, we raise your name in song. Together we will soar and high, confident and strong. Godwin High, our alma mater, we praise you far and wide. Forever we will conquer heights, onward eagle pride. Godwin High, our alma mater, we do affirm your might. Your memories will live forever, hail the red and white. Godwin High, our alma mater, we raise your name in song. Together we will soar and high, confident and strong.
Thank you, Michael. Now I would like to acknowledge our platform guests. Miss Marcy Shea, Henrico County School Board Representative from the Tuckahoe District. Miss Patricia O'Bannon, Henrico County Board of Supervisors from the Tuckahoe District. Dr. Amy Cashwell, Henrico County School Superintendent, and Miss Lee Donovan, Principal of Mills Godwin High School. I'd also like to recognize the Godwin administrative team, Mr. Carl Torrance, Assistant Principal and Senior Class Administrator, Miss Jessica Burbick, Associate Principal, Miss Mindy Geyer, Assistant Principal, and Mr. Matthew Engel, Assistant Principal, and finally, Mr. Wyndham White, Graduation Speaker. Please join me in welcoming our Principal, Miss Lee Donovan.
Godwin Eagles of the class of 2020, it is such a privilege to be able to congratulate and honor you today. But the larger privilege for me has been knowing you all over the past 4 years. You are an amazingly gifted group, continually offering your talents and providing examples for others through your scholarship, leadership, service, school spirit, and friendship. Few have had to cope with what you have experienced in high school with the deaths of your teacher, Mr. Leon Allman, your coach, Mr. Gary Chilcote, and your friend, Tim Board. I want to thank you for being there for each other through those losses. This is definitely not the way that you nor I had planned for us to celebrate your graduation. You are justified in everything that you are feeling as a 2020 graduate. No one should ask you to let go of these feelings that you are having, but I would like to ask you to reflect on all of the things that you have done for the past 4 years that make you a very special group. You have accomplished so much as students, athletes, and performers. You have put in countless hours of service to Godwin and the Richmond community. You are strong leaders with powerful voices, and you have challenged my thinking in ways that have helped me grow as a school leader and as a human being. You will make the world better by challenging yourselves and others to grow, learn, love, and serve. Thank you for what you have given to the Godwin community. You have made a lasting impression, and we will miss you. Continue to be this special and unique people that you are. I am so proud of you, and I love you all. Congratulations.
Class of 2020, on behalf of the Henrico County School Board, I bring you greetings and a heartfelt congratulations. You made it. Today is the culmination not just of 4 years or 13 years of work, but your entire lifetime. From the books that were read to you before you could read them yourselves, to your academic and social cornerstones laid during elementary school, to middle school where you started to find your own niche, to high school where your passions blossomed with the help of teachers, family, coaches, and the community you built. Your creativity, innovation, successes, and perseverance. Today, we celebrate it all. Today's celebration looks a little different than we expected, but it cannot dim your accomplishment. Godwin Eagles, you accomplished extraordinary things in and out of the classroom, and I know that doesn't end here. Whatever path your next steps are on, employed, enlisted, or enrolled, life after today will look different, which is true of all graduating classes, but especially for you. Today, we officially celebrate that you are ready, and I, for one, can't wait to see how you change the world. Congratulations, graduates.
Graduates of the class of 2020 of Mills Godwin High School, I bring you greetings and congratulations from the Henrico County Board of Supervisors. This is it. You've done it. You're graduating. Do you remember 2007 or 2008, that very first day you started school? I know there's a picture of you somewhere getting on a yellow school bus, or maybe a picture of you wearing that special outfit you chose to wear on your first day. Did you realize this is where you were headed? Did you think about the fact that it would take you more than 12 years to get here? You worked hard. Did you realize this was your goal? Remember that spelling test in the 4th grade? Remember that history test in the 7th grade? You remember that hard science project in the 11th grade? All those things got you here today. You were building your foundation for the future, and now it is here. Now, you might not remember your first day of school, but I know you will remember your last day of school. It took a worldwide pandemic for Henrico County schools to close. You had to sacrifice some major milestones because you couldn't come to those last few months of your senior year. But you saved lives. Thank you for your sacrifice. So, from the Henrico County Board of Supervisors, congratulations and best of luck in your future endeavors.
Good afternoon to the graduates and families of Mills E. Godwin High School. I'm Amy Cashwell, Superintendent of Henrico County Public Schools. Graduates, I know you feel as if you've run a long race, and just as the finish line came into sight, the world turned upside down. Sometimes it's been disorienting. Traditions are important, and yours have been interrupted. But please know that you became a very special class of Eagles even before the events of this spring. As for the pandemic, you became special not because of what you faced as a class, but because of the maturity you have shown in responding to it. Living in a society means each of us must do hard things to keep our community safe. In doing so, right now, you might feel your senior year was somehow less real, and I get that. But your growth, your accomplishments, and the bonds you've formed with one another are definitely real, and they will last a lifetime. As we've been reminded, life is unpredictable. It's filled with unanticipated detours, heartbreak, and joy. But as you move on to college, the military, or the workforce, I hope you know that you are ready. You're armed with strength and a hard-earned resiliency. I couldn't be prouder. Congratulations to the Mills E. Godwin High School class of 2020.
Thank you, Dr. Cashwell. Now it is my honor to introduce our first speaker, who is well known for his intelligence, wit, trombone-playing skills extraordinaire, and of course his killer sweatshirt collection. Please welcome Wyndham White.
Thank you very much, Ava. As I record this in a totally empty auditorium that I have seen completely full for everything from Mr. MG pageants and variety shows to freshman orientations and school plays, where I am is a harsh reminder of how vulnerable we all feel right about now. This spring was supposed to be the best time of our lives up to this point, and instead we are trapped in a doldrum of uncertainty. However, while we may feel weak or uncertain, there's strength in our vulnerability. And as I once learned from Miss Stevens, in order for our muscles to grow, they first have to tear. Although if you've ever seen me, you know I don't really do the muscle growth thing ever. I, like everyone else, have felt more than vulnerable at points in high school. When I first came to Godwin, I didn't know many people. I failed a paper right away. Thanks, Ms. Richardson. And I didn't really have a sense of where I'd be headed at all. But for me, and almost every senior I've talked to, what made certain experiences here at Godwin special hasn't necessarily come down to what I'm doing, but instead who I'm doing it with. One beloved person in the Godwin community who I spend a lot of my time with is my dad, who's a teacher here at Godwin, for those of you who don't know. He's pretty in touch with his emotions, and if we were sitting in the Siegel Center right now, he would be right behind me, probably bawling his eyes out. But unlike the joyful tears of seeing your child graduate, which I'm sure many of you parents listening have already experienced, or at least will soon, the first time I ever saw my dad cry, those tears were tears of pure sadness, right after my grandfather died. As an unaware 6-year-old who had yet to have a relative die, I thought he was joking, and I told him to stop fake crying. Now, I bring this up because I've never been an overly emotional person, and in fact, in the past, I've told friends of mine that if I am crying, then something must be incredibly wrong. While that may be true, I've come to realize that the only reason I've ever told anyone that is because the people whom I am willing to let see me cry, people who I look to for support, for inspiration, those are the people who I want by my side when I'm really going through something. And right about now, we're all going through something, or I guess a lot of things. You know, typical run-of-the-mill issues like entering adulthood or experiencing a global pandemic, or coping with the fact that the highlights of our senior spring have gone from events like the senior picnic and graduation to something closer to waiting 3 hours in line for just a free box of donuts. I can say with confidence that most of us are beyond ready to move on from our high school type problems, but with the special opportunity to address everyone virtually graduating alongside me today, I want to invite each and every person listening to find what makes him or her feel okay to be vulnerable and hold it close. Whether it be a close friend or a lost one, a new passion or an old one, remember what facets of your life thus far have made you feel free or loved or even just a little bit less lonely, and lean on them and let them make you stronger. These people and passions aren't escapes from life. They're a reminder of what it can and should be like. Because no one's ever gotten stronger by denying his or her weaknesses, so we may as well all recognize what makes us vulnerable and, more importantly, recognize what has helped us through those times over the years. And as valuable as it may be to know the number of cooks in the Forbidden City or what Shakespeare thought about death or the difference between a rhombus and a trapezoid, all of that knowledge pales in comparison to what we will continue to lean on, those parts of our lives that keep us feeling strong enough to face life's challenges. So while living through the coronavirus, or not going to the college of your dreams, or flat out not knowing where in the world you want to be in the future might just be the part of your story that makes you feel weak or hopeless, we could all benefit from taking a little time to realize who and what picks us up when we feel vulnerable. Find those things for you, cherish them, love them, and they will continue to be there for you when you need them the most. Because without them, we wouldn't be where we are now, and we wouldn't be able to reach as high as we all will someday. And to be completely honest, there isn't any group of people I would have rather been vulnerable with. Thank you. You've already met our next speaker, known for a warm smile, kind heart, and brilliant mind, but it is my pleasure to welcome our current class president and future University of Virginia Cavalier, Ava McBlain.
Thank you, Wyndham. For those of you who still get me confused with my twin sister, I am Ava McBlain, and I'm honored to be here, in front of this camera, talking to you all. This is certainly not how any of us imagined our graduation ceremony going, but at least our couches are more comfortable than the Siegel Center folding chairs. In all seriousness, congratulations, we did it! And we got to slack off for the last few months of senior year from the comfort of our own homes. Plus, we nailed that whole senior skip day thing. I know this isn't the perfect end to our last few months of high school that High School Musical taught us it would be, but at the end of the day, we've still got our itchy red gowns, our diplomas, and a lap around a racetrack. When I sat down to write this speech, I had no idea what to talk about until I remembered an article I had read about an anthropologist named Margaret Mead. She was asked by her students what the first signs of civilization are, and she did not talk about clay pots or religious artifacts like they expected her to. Instead, she talked about evidence of broken femurs in skeletons that had been healed. If you don't care that much about skeletons or anthropology, don't worry, I'm going somewhere with this. She said that in the animal kingdom, if you break your leg, you die. You can't hunt, gather, run from predators, drink, that's it. But a broken femur that is healed is evidence that someone stayed behind to mend it and helped you heal. Someone was there to ensure you survived. Helping someone else through difficulty, Margaret Mead said, is where civilization starts. And I really love this idea that the essence of our human civilization isn't the things we've left behind or the awards we've won or the jobs we have. It's the simple act of caring for someone else. I've seen it at Godwin, from students staying late after school to tutor someone in calculus to holding the door open for a freshman with a massive backpack who does that awkward little half jog to get to you in time. I know there are some of you who will sprint out of Godwin and never look back, but I encourage you to remember those little acts of compassion, whether someone held a door open for you or helped you study for your physics test that you still got a 26 on, or just smiled when you had a bad day. It sounds cliche, and maybe it is, but Margaret Mead said it herself. Those are the things that make us a civilization. So, in 60 years, when we're all old and don't know how to use the iPhone 500 and Connor Butterworth has stepped down as president, I hope it is these acts of kindness that define our lives, not our grades or jobs or the amount of money in our bank accounts. We are going to have a lot of opportunities to practice compassion and kindness, and many of them will be in the face of difficulties, probably minus the broken femur bones, but you never know. So I encourage us all to continue to keep choosing to smile on our bad days and to hold the door open even when we're running late. Someone out there is going to appreciate it. So congratulations, class of 2020. It has truly been an honor to be a part of this little civilization. Thank you. Godwin's Combined Select Choir, led by senior choir members, will now perform For Good. This song, written by Stephen Schwartz and arranged by Mac Huff, comes from the Broadway musical Wicked.
People come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. It will be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me, like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like the ship blown from its mooring by a wind of the sea, like a seed dropped by a sky bird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
Because I knew you,
I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done. You blamed me
would now like to recognize the valedictorian and salutatorian of the graduating class of 2020 for their tremendous accomplishments. Our salutatorian is Rajit Tumala. Our valedictorian is Henry G. Congratulations and thank you for your impressive dedication to academic achievement. We turn now to the most important part of this ceremony, the declaration of graduation and the recognition of the graduates. Please welcome once more Henrico County School Board Representative, Mrs. Marcy Shea.
Candidates for graduation, family, and friends, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia, the Henrico County School Board, and on the recommendation of the faculty and administration, I declare these candidates of Mills E. Godwin High School graduates with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Graduates, you may turn your tassels.
Congratulations on reaching this goal of graduating high school. It's been an honor to serve as your administrator for the last 4 years. We've been through a lot of tough times, but as my favorite proverb says, tough times do not last, tough people do. Remember that Mr. Torrance loves you all, and I'll always be here for you if you need me. Thank you for everything, and again, congratulations.
Congratulations to the class of 2020 from Godwin High School. Hamza Hassan Abdeen, Maj Antar Abuzaki, Aaron A. Abai, Eugene Agyapong Akoto, Zain Salman Akbar, Manar Marwan Hussein Alameri, Rukia H. Al-Rubi, Avery Alani Aldridge, Momin Ali, Ismar Alikovic, Omar bin Amro, Rakan Nidal Amro, Takia S. Anderson, Tyler Bradley Anderson, Nathaniel Araya, Tyler Bryant Armitage, Arnav H. Ashok, Aliana Elise Ayala, Prayer Mortada Babker,
Destiny LaShawn Bailey, Matthew Timothy Banholzer, Sydney Love Barbie, Trinity Shay Barnett, Cameron Danielle Barshinger, Annie Logan Bartley, Macy Lee Bays, Kelsey Catherine Beasley, Amaya Contrell Bellard, Jesse Lowell Berry, Alyssa Caitlin Baru, Kenneth Gray Benjen, Cannon Scott Benz, Kelly Ann Bird, Thomas Neil Bonney, Dennis Turner Bowe, Natalia Genevieve Bowen, Margaret Sky Bowes,
Reneka Sentil Brindle, Savannah Brinkley, Justina Francis Brookman, Jaden Alexander Brown, Jordan Parker Brown, Ryan Aaron Brown, Wisdom Jasir Bryant, Dwi Hong Bui, Artemai A. Buchan, Jack Vincent Bundy, Hunter Jefferson Burgess, Anna Burgoyne, William Henry Burgoyne, Sarah Elizabeth Burrows, Connor Randolph Butterworth, Kivon Tyrek Bynum, Olivia Grace Campanella, Kevin Benjamin Canales, Gabriella Yolanda Capicelli, Daniela Felipe Cardoso,
Landon Jacob Carr, Imani Rose Carter, Elizabeth Blake Casarati, Abigail Gemma Casey, Tyler Gregory Cassidy, Elizabeth Charles Kaler, Nikhil Chala, Julia Grace Chapman, Gauri Gautam Chawak, Veronica Alexandra Chabatova, Jason William Christensen, Hannah Elizabeth Sillo, Thea Rackstead Clark, Anthony Van Keith Clem, Melissa Marie Clower, Amelia Joy Clyde, Cassidy Sullivan Coates, Sarah Catherine Kaufman, Rebecca Kathleen Kugel, Elijah Cooper,
Julia M. Correll, Dominic Oakley Corrieri, Madison Elizabeth Cottrell, Sydney Nicole Corsi, Ashley Giselle Cruz Estrada, Tasneem Kamis Dababish, Connor Burke Daly, Irakli Danayala, Danny M. Daniel, Ryan Ellis Daughtry, Hannah Marie Davis, Isabel Annette Davis, Jackson G. Davis, Tyrone Javon Davis, Fernanda Fernandez de Sousa, Lila Diedick, Joaquin Sungahid de la Cruz, Olivia Joan Delaney, Stephen Jack Dempsey, Colton Chase Darrer,
Pavan Hemant Desai, Zachary Preston DeShazo, Tamidu Dharma Bandhu, Andian Sophia Dizon, Hyungsung Du, Nicholas Mark Domaleski, Gustavo Dominique Badia, Catherine Gail Doss, Avery Jane Downey, Caitlin Joy Dunn, Geneva Rose Jane Dyer, Elena Danielle Francis Easton, Connor Clark Eckel, Nicolette Michelle Edmonds, Megan Lee Edwards, Ethan Warren Ellen, J.C. Isabella Elliott, Molly Baldwin Elliott, Charles Clement Ellison, Olivia Lee Ellsworth,
Khalid El Shazli, John Tyler Ely, Ashvin Anayet, Chloe M. English Satchel, Anton Elkins Alicia Faithy Escaros, Ryan Michael Estes. Lucia Elena Victoria Eubanks. Carol Sam Farag. Nathaniel Christopher Fedora. Andrew Cole Feinmel. Spencer Allen Finley. Trevor Joseph Farrell. Catherine Josephine Fink. Jaden David Fine. Silas McKay Fisher. Elena P. Fitchett. Dustin John Fitzgerald. Robert Dylan Fitzgerald. Alexandra Elizabeth Fletcher. Samuel Flore.
Gregory Meade Flynn. Margaret Grace Ford. Leah Danielle Foster. Amisha Gautam Gandhi. Autumn May Gauthier. Henry G. Morgan Allen Geary. Nicole Ann Gary. Aria Gaderi. Michael Charles Gibbons. Margaret Porter Gibbs. Aiden Grace Jen. Madison Cameron Gladfelder Quizon. Cody Lawson Gonzalez. Natalie Gonzalez. Parul Goswami. Nupur Goyal. Zachary Graham. Benjamin Harrison Graves. Berkeley Elizabeth Gray.
Colleen E. Gray. Darielle Jordan Green. Parker James Gregory. Nolan John Griner. Shay Riley Gunter. Caroline Hope Jury. Channing Howell Haas. Hunter Michael Haas. Emily K. Hagman. Carter E. Hall. Fadi Gurgis Gromer Gurgis Hannah. Ibrahim Atef Ibrahim Hannah. Savannah Grace Hare. Griffin Thomas Harper. Denise Angel Harris. Shamalia Nuralan Hassan. Amanda Yaiwen He. Stephen Charles Hedish. David Christopher Helms. Julissa Hernandez.
Carolyn Ainsley Hill. Elijah David Hoth. Mark Philip Hobby. Thomas Trent Hodges. William Gary Hoff. Leighton Gray Hollowell. Bodie Scott Hooker. Owen Vincent Horn. Kayla Leanne Howell. Ja'Cory Armand Hubbard. Isaac Santos Hull. Anna Vaughn Hundley. Janine Micah Tomas Ikalia. Bemin Magdi Ishak. Noah Benjamin Jackson. Juliana Jean Jett. Leon Jang. Parker Howell Johnson.
Shives Prasad Joshi. Jacob Eli Coleman. Alexander F. Kaplan. Rachel Lena Kaplan. Gunnar Ryan Keeney. Margaret A. Keller, Gabriel Scott Kern, Miriam Abdul Rahman Kirala, Kylan Albert Kinizer, Nitya Koduri, Chamanthi Konidala, Young Mo Ku, Rosemary Sneha Kula, Hope Demetra Nicole Corsavelos, Samuel M. Krieg, Adam Michael Krug, Karina Nicole Kuzmik, Luke Lesher Lawrence, Autumn Rose Lawson, Madison Nicole Lee,
Ari Cancino Lehman, Mason Michael Leopold, James R. Lesniak, Emma Harrison Leverty, Michaela Ann Lewis, Ann Stewart Lilly, Lydia Marie Lodgson, Keegan Nicholas Long, Nora Gabriela Lopez, Cameron Michael Love, Levi Michael Lund, Anna Catherine McBlain, Ava Elizabeth McBlain, Connor Joseph Mahan, Amber Nicole Mannion, Elia Xavier Mapp, Dylan Ray Martin, Grace Elena Matz, Joshua Edwan Lee Mayo,
Garrett Michael McAfee, Anna Marie McAllister, Kieran G. McBride, Dakota Samuel McLeod, Maxwell F. McCombs, Callan Elizabeth McFadden, Garrett Campbell McGovern, Anna Grace McNally, Michael Aiden McRoberts, Aiden Thomas Metz, Abigail Marie Miller, Eleanor Marie Miller, Rory L. Miller, Nicole Anastasia Mitchell, Marie Charlotte Muller, Kayla Zanis Monteria, Thomas C. Moore, Corey Leonard Moreno, Brendan Charles Morris, Michael Patrick Morrissey,
Larwusen G. Mulba, Colin P. Murphy, Michael D. Murphy, Allison Elizabeth Muscarella, Michael Amadeo Mustachio, Samaran Santosh Nagaraj, Sarvanya Narayan, Rishika Dinesh Nayak, William Raphael Neal, Sydney Lee Nelms, Vaishnavi Namani, Constance Rain Newell, Vivian Anvi Wynn, Coriana Latrice Knuckles, Liam Ruck O'Donnell, Jacob A. Oberl, Ava Johansson Oberleitner, Marian Olinanko, Natalie Maria Orbaugh, Amanda Ann Orndorff,
Quentin Bryce Orpiano, Jack T. Orsi, Christopher Garin Owen, Sydney Noel Papenfus, Emily Olivia Paris, Kensington Bain Parker, Claire Rose Parkinson, Casey R. Parrott, Isabel Berkeley Parsons, Isha Niraj Patel, Pooja Patel, Shubhojit Paul, Otto Strobel Paz, Samuel S. Payne, Sarah E. Peck, Elizabeth F. Perkins, Caven Wynn Pham, Sydney Nicole Pickett, Reese Ilan Plotkin, Melissa Sydney Ploven,
Leo Price Plunkett, Taylor Emma Pounders, Andrew Preston Powers, Broderick Hinton Powers, Arjit Pradhan, Alasia R. Prack, Sarah Catherine Pruitt, Anna Gabrielle Prinz, Ashanti Janae Pritchett, Anusha Puri, Gerald Milton Quinn, Ilisan Karib Ariano Ralph, Sunil A. Ralph, Lakshmi Shrikari Ravula Parthi, Joshua Henry Rayburn, Abria Kiesha Ray, William Settle Red, Colin James Regneri, Courtney Diane Relier, Jasmine Marie Reno,
Kelly Ann Roos, April Elizabeth Reynolds, Nicholas Stewart Roberto, Simone Amelia Robinson, Margaret Delaney Rock, Ainsley Peyton Rowland, Sandro Abimael Rosales Romero, Marina Fadi Roshdi, Sophie Ann Rounds, David M. Rudolph, Grady Hosell Rutherford, Sloan Annalane Rutledge, Ryan Jonas Sable, Bryce Stephen Safarwich, Hasina Safi, Rula Safi, Sajesh Sahu, Nardan Sobi Aziz Salama, Mohammed Altagi Saleh, Adrian Elizabeth Salke,
Michael Anthony Sampson, Haley Alexis Sandridge, Abhinav Satish, John Thomas Moore Saxman, Destiny Paige Scheiss, Caden W. Schmidt, Harrison Griffin Schultz, Brannon Asher Simp, Christopher Sayo, Mia Ileana Shaban, Zakil S. Shakur Turner, Rishi Shankar, Esha Sharma, Mia Emily Shelton, James Shen, Benjamin I. Sherman, Katie Margaret Sharon, Andrew Chase Shalita, Brett Michael Shalita,
Tristan Tabor Silva Montoya, Jonathan J. Singh, Sophia Elise Slottick, Georgia Lynn Smart, Ashley Powell Smith, Campbell Page Smith, Catherine Freeman Smith, Grant Coleman Smith, Hannah Louise Smith, Christina E. Smith, Lauren Renee Smith, Thomas Richard Smith, Azar M. Somerville, Ryan Bright Song, Madeline Estelle Spangler, Evie Alani Spears, Chauncey Webb Spencer, Hannah Elizabeth Spencer, Tyler Rex Spires, Stephen Maceo Spivey,
Olivia Bell Staples, Tyndall Ellis Stern, Isabella L. Stewart, Skylar Isabella Stockman, Joshua Thomas Striano, Emily Ann Strong, John Paul Stewart,
William Lloyd Sturman III, Maeve Marchese Summers, Nicholas Andrew Shushkoff, Nathaniel A. Switzer, Sebastian K. Switzer, Grant Douglas Shadea,
Yuki Jovita Talade, John Conrad Rodriguez Tan, Jordan Diane Tate, Abigail Ann Taylor, Brady Carlos Taylor, Cecilia May Taylor, Faith Joy Taylor,
Matthew Thomas Terhune, Nathan A. Terrell, Benjamin Matthew Theracon, Isabella Thiel, Danye Lynn Thomas, Amir Alexander Talili, Gabrielle Isaiah Torres, Isabella Jade Torres, Tatiana L. Trent, Joshua Michael Trentadu, Tan Truk Trong, Zoe Bell Tuck, Rajit Radhi Tumala, Annalise J. Turner, Benjamin Lewis Ungerleiter, Nicholas Kepler Ungerleiter, Grace Amber Unowitz, Tegan Maria Vasbaros, Devi Pritham Reddy Veramagari, Sahiti Baguta,
Jennifer Cruz Valela, Yana Sophia Violaris, Lillian Ruth Taylor Voss, Deshawn Marquise Walker, Reagan O'Neill Wallace, Kayla Ann Walters, Megan DeFore Ward, Ridge Austin Warner, Spencer Thomas Warner, Zachary Ian Wasmer, Adam Hall Weatherholtz, Zachary Taylor Connor Weiss, Harrison Nelson West, Kiana Nicole West, Kirk Parker West, Linnea L. White, Wyndham Robertson White, Alana Nicole Whitner, Christian Alexander Wicks, Brianna Milan Wilkins,
Annette Claire Williams, Jonathan Alexander Williams, Natalie Marie Wilson, Emily Kendall Wirt, Brock David Wolnick, Jillian Orion Waltman, Carmen Lee Wright, Hufei Henry Wu, Nathan Dongliang Wu, Matthew Z. Xu, Esther Juan Yang, Hong Di Yang, Sabrina Yi, Emily Sue Zhang. Congratulations to the class of 2020 from Godwin High School.
Congratulations to the graduates of the Mills E. Godwin class of 2020.